Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video we are going over the brand new foundation from Natasha Denona. This is the Natasha Denona HY-GLAM Foundation, Hydrating and Blurring Longwear Radiant Serum Foundation. So this is the long-awaited foundation from Natasha Denona. She came out with a couple other foundations. They were not good, like you can't even, I think they're still on her website like at 50% off and they've been there for years. But this was worth the wait. I will say I've already done a short, I've already done a short wear test. I did a 6-hour wear test. I'm filming the intro after doing the wear test, but I will say it is worth the wait. So this is the HY-GLAM formula. This is kind of the extension of her concealer, her color corrector, and also the powder foundation. I am not a big powder foundation person, but I do really like this powder foundation. The colors go with the same as this foundation. So you have the P, the neutral, the red, the R. So all of those, I went with P3, which is what I went with this one, and I thought it was a great match. I think that the foundation is a good match. This was sent to me by the brand. I only got one. I know some creators got like a package of 3. I just got one shade, and I was asked like, what shade do you want? And I went with P3 because I thought it was such a good match, and I think it's a good match. I haven't gone in store. There may be a better match for me, but I don't know. But so far, I do think it is a good match. You'll see it but it goes great. I did also, you can set with this powder as well. So this is a powder foundation, but you can also use it as a setting powder. And that's how I will be doing it today. I'll be using all 3 products. The HY-GLAM, I'll be using all 3 products so you can see how they work well together. I'm not gonna do the color corrector today because I don't really need it right now, which is great. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I already told you the name. It's super long name, you know, but it's a medium buildable hybrid blurring and self-setting radiant serum foundation that hydrates and balances oils for up to 18 hours of creaseless wear. It also says formulated with Korean technology and enhanced with Japanese amino acid Bio-Mimetic pigments. This hyaluronic, noncomedogenic formula delivers a flexible, creaseless, and luminous finish. Infused with actives, it visibly brightens and hyperpigmentation, blurs uneven texture, and targets sign of aging. I don't know about all of that. But I will say for a medium radiant, so the coverage is medium, finish is radiant. I normally like matte. It is it's not a glowy foundation. It is truly radiant, and it's kind of, when you see it on, you will see what I mean by radiant. It's very natural looking. I feel like it enhances. It's very good coverage. Even though it's not full coverage, it's very full coverage. Now, if you want lighter coverage, you're gonna go in with a foundation brush. I like a fuller coverage, so I will go in, you can say it says with your fingers, which I don't do anymore, or you go in with a damp sponge. So I will be going in with a damp sponge. But you can do either or. Sometimes I sometimes will go in with the foundation brush and then finish off with a makeup sponge. But the makeup sponge is kind of how my personal preference. As far as it blurs, it totally blurs. I could say it brightens. I would say that, but it definitely, reduces the hyperpigmentation and everything. So, let's go ahead and get this baby on. Also, the bottle is beautiful. It's got the ND here, and the top has the same feeling as this, as the foundation, as the powder foundation. So really nice. I really like it. Pump. It's a 1 ounce, so it's pretty standard, and it says it's a serum foundation, but it's got a good viscosity. I've learned that word. It's gonna drip, so it's not really, really thick, but it's not dripping down really fast. So it says it's a serum foundation, but it's not like one of those that's going to be like dripping down. So what I am gonna do is I'm going to place it on this half of my face, which is what I did earlier, and I did film outside in natural sunlight, so you can really see the comparison. But it just goes on really, really nicely. I normally use a little palette, but I'm just gonna use my hand today, and then just blend it out, and it goes on really nicely. And you'll see it does give nice, good coverage, and it layers also really nicely. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit, but again, you can just see it's covering really nice and then going on and blending out beautifully. Okay, so I have done half of my face, and you know, with the lighting, it's hard to really see the difference when it's in, you know, on this camera, because again, it's nighttime. So, but I really like it. I do think the match is pretty good. Is it the best match? I don't know, but I do think it's pretty good. I usually bring it down. But right now I'm going to go to the video that I did earlier when I did this, that I did in natural sunlight with the comparison, so you can see outside the comparison with the side with and without. Okay, here I'm outside in natural sunlight. You can see obviously nothing on this side, and here is the side with the foundation. It's a really beautiful coverage. It's not glowy, it's exactly that. It's radiant. The description is really accurate. Serum, radiant serum foundation, really beautiful coverage. So I really like it. It feels very, very lightweight on the skin. I didn't have to use a lot. And I mean, just amazing coverage if you can see the difference there. So really impressed so far. Okay, so now I finished the rest of my face. It has the foundation everywhere. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to lightly dust it with this, and I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna take this Sigma brush and I'm going to just pat it, and I'm just going to ever so lightly set it. It doesn't need a lot. This is a powder foundation. Now, if I wanted to use it as a powder foundation, I would use the sponge, but I wouldn't do it with like foundation on top of foundation. I sometimes do that if I have like a tinted moisturizer or an SPF or something. I use this a lot, you know, during the day and like during the week if I just want to go somewhere and it's easy. But that's it. I'm just going to pat just to set it. And honestly, you really don't need it because it is self-setting. But I like it because I do have oils come through, especially with no primer and no setting spray. I do want to set it at least once. Okay, so I just put a little bit of mascara on. What I'm going to show you right now is my wear test that I did. And again, I've already filmed it, so you will see. But you can see here, it looks beautiful. The only thing I would say is if you are unsure about the way that the shades are, really go with your undertone, you know? And I think go with what you really think. And if you're unsure, go in store. It's going to be carried at Sephora and it's going to be carried at Ulta. I remember picking the powder one and I really was unsure. And when I got the P3, I was very, very happy with it. So that's what I went with. And I am very happy with this shade match. But I also know my undertone and it's taken some trial and error. So I am pretty good at picking my undertone and my shades. If you aren't, go in store. Like go in store. So especially that they're going to have it. I heard that Sephora is only going to have like the most popular shades, so they're not going to have every shade range. Ulta will probably have more of a shade range. So, but yeah, so this is how it looks, you know, initial application, but I love it so far. So here is my wear test and I will come back. Here's the foundation all done and set. And I think it looks amazing. So let's see how it lasts. I'm only going to be wearing it a few hours today just to give a first impression on how long it lasts, but so far I like it. Okay, I've been wearing it about an hour and a half at this point. It looks good. It's not shiny. It's shiny, but it's not like shinier. This is how shiny it was when I put it on. So it's pretty much the same. I actually really like it. So far so good. Okay, I have been wearing the foundation 3 hours and it still looks great. It's starting to get dark, so because I started this late, but it's actually looking pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Let me see if I can get more into the light, but pretty impressed with how it's holding up. No setting spray and no primer. So I just did a regular moisturizer and that is it. But I am not a medium coverage person. And I'm not a radiant coverage person. I like matte full coverage. I really like the way this looks. Now I'm not wearing any other makeup. I put on a little bit of lip gloss and that is now gone. But
I just ran a couple errands. I ran into somebody and they commented on how great my face looked. So yeah, so far so good. Okay, last check-in because it's already night. It's been 5 hours. So again, this was not a full day wear test, but I did want to see, and honestly, it looks great. Again, I just did a dusting of the foundation powder, which is probably not what I would normally use. I would probably use my regular setting powder, but I wanted to just use all Natasha Denona. I also didn't want to change the color. So I'm really impressed. Trying to see if you can see, there really isn't anywhere it's breaking. And I would normally I was outside a lot too. It's super humid where I live. I live in South Florida, and I was outside for a long period of time, talking with a mom and sweating, and honestly, really good. So really interested in doing a full, longer wear test with this foundation. But so far, I really am impressed with it so far.
Okay, so I have now been wearing this foundation for a total of 6 hours. My last check-in outside on my iPhone was at 5 hours, and I decided to go ahead and just kind of do the wrap up today and finish up. I'm actually gonna have to film the intro after this, because I didn't film an intro earlier because I did, when I applied it, I was doing a TikTok or the short. I actually am very impressed with this foundation. No primer, no setting spray. I just used a little bit, and I wanted to use this because this powder, even though this is a powder foundation, this powder is like it can also be used as a setting powder. And when I tell you that I just like dusted very, very lightly, because I really wanted to see how the foundation held up. The foundation says it's self-setting. Even self-setting foundations, I like to set them with a little bit of powder, because I do just kind of have the oils, and especially when I don't have any primer on. So it just makes me feel better because it just blurs it and everything, but it looks fantastic. It's not breaking up. It's maybe breaking up right here in my little crease here, marionette lines, but I'm 49. I did also wear my Natasha Denona concealer, the HY-GLAM concealer. This is in the shade P2. So in the foundation I'm P3, in the concealer I'm P2. And it wore really, really well. I'm just really impressed. This is not the type of foundation, I mentioned this before, this is not the type of foundation I usually go for. I like, and that there's so many foundations right now, it's crazy. I like matte, I like full coverage. This is like a medium coverage, but it gave beautiful coverage, and you really saw it when I did the side by side. The side by side, I was like, wow, it's medium, but it's just really nice, and it holds up really well. So I'm really excited to do a longer wear test. I will probably do a longer wear test and put it as a short and then do it on TikTok and stuff, because it just doesn't make sense to do another long form video, but just kind of do a longer wear test, like probably like talking like 12 hours. Like I want to try and do a very long wear test, but again, that will probably be, and I'll post it in the link below. I'll post a link in the description box below to see if and when I do it. But my initial impressions is this foundation is really, really nice. I'm very, very impressed with this. Again, not the type of foundation, but I can see myself reaching for this, especially in the winter months where I don't like a full coverage, or if I tend to be dry. I already had someone ask me in my short if they thought it would be good for oily skin. I don't know, because I don't have oily skin, but I don't necessarily think it's a no. Like sometimes with glowy foundations, I'm like, no. It does say it's hydrating. So if you have oily skin and you've tried it, let me know in the comments below, because that will definitely be helpful to maybe someone that has oily skin. I have combination skin. Sometimes my skin is dry. My skin is not dry right now. It is not dry right now. I definitely put a good amount of moisturizer on before too, just because I always do. And I really haven't had a lot of breakthrough. Again, I'm 6 hours in. So I'm 6 hours in. It's not a full day wear test, but so far, and I also didn't put any other makeup on. I just put I didn't put anything else on. So even when you're doing blush and stuff, that's powder and that's going to help set it. So I didn't do any of that today. I just wore the foundation and it's really nice. So far I'm really impressed. I can see myself wearing this, especially like days I don't want a full cover. It's something I want something lighter. So it's $52, available at NatashaDenona.com. I used to have a promo code with Natasha Denona. If I do have a promo code, it'll be in the description box below. And yeah, it's also going to be available at Sephora and Ulta. So Sephora, and I believe the Sephora sale, if you want to wait, the Sephora sale is going to start around October 31st, I think, for Rouge. And then, you know, in the beginning of November is what I'm hearing the dates are. So, you know, 20% off, you know, that's going to bring it down to 40. But anyway, I will keep you updated on how I like this. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye, everyone.